It's time to maximize what you're learning in your belly dance classes, no matter if you're just starting out your belly dance journey or if you're a seasoned dancer. Let's get to these tips, and I've got 7 really good ones, so stay tuned. They're really good. The first step is definitely worth thinking about and also journaling about. I mentioned it in the first video about choosing your belly dance teacher and why that matters, but let's just revisit it real quick. Setting your goals and your intentions for your classes. Doing the pre-work is definitely gonna help you, even if it's just 5 minutes before that class. So I want you to do this envisioning. I want you to sit down for just a moment. Maybe you already are listening to this. And I want you to pretend that you are about to step onto that dance floor. I want you to ask yourself, are you looking to improve your fitness goals? Are you looking to feel more confident? Are you looking to feel more connected with your body? Are you aiming to perform? What are you looking to get out of that class? And you might surprise yourself that after the class, you end up coming up with another goal and another intention. That's very normal. Just let it happen. Okay, now that you have that imagined, I want you to write it down and describe everything. So that's gonna help you set your goals and your intentions for maximizing your dance class. Let's say you already took a dance class and you want to think about that one and how can I maximize that one that I just took the other day? Do the same thing. Imagine yourself moving through all of those dance movements and music that you went through, and then write about what did I learn? What did I get out of that? Even if it's something that seems the most simplest concept ever, it doesn't matter. If it sparks you, if it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel like you're growing, then that is that's one way to maximize that class that you took. And then what happens is, on the back of your brain, in the back burner, it's going to start processing with you throughout your day-to-day routine. There's really no right or wrong answer. Give yourself that permission. Now, before you step into a class, by identifying your goals and your intentions, you'll approach each class with a different mindset and a different energy. I also suggest that maybe you spark a conversation with your dance teacher because they might have some great insight that you might not have noticed. Number 2, create a practice routine. Let's not cringe about that because it's also really important, but there are some lo-fi and low-key ways to do it. And there are also some really good structured ways to do that. Every dancer has their season, and I am one of those that I have my seasons. There's some times of the year that I feel so good. I have my goals. I have performances that I'm gonna go do. I get myself into a good dance routine and a good workout habit. And then there's other times where I feel like, I just don't want to do that. I don't really have goals. I don't really have some expectations, but I do want to continue to at least keep a steady habit of dancing. And that in and of itself, that simple, low-key intention is a really good one to have. Now, I want you to keep this in mind. Progress does not stop when that class ends. When you leave, when you go to your car, that progress doesn't stop. Setting aside that time to practice, even if it's between washing dishes, doing your laundry, getting ready for work, anything at all, if you have that 1 second, if it floats in the mind, that movement, go ahead and embody that, move into it, and then continue on in your day. Again, everything is going to be processing on the back burner of the mind. Here are a few tips to get that practice going. 1 is find a space where you can set your mood, where you feel comfortable in, and where you can move freely. It doesn't have to be an organized, super clean place. If you're a dancer like me, my spaces change very often. It's not always going to be one place. It might not always be my living room. It might not always be the bedroom, or it might not always be the whatever it might be. Just find a space where you feel that you can set that mood for whatever time of day it is. Maybe during the day, that set that space is different compared to the evening. You might be in another space in the evening where you're more comfortable to set that mood of a candle, or some beautiful music. Whatever it is, your space doesn't have to be finite, but find a good one that you can move and groove in. Number 2, use mirrors, because it's good to check your form, but mirrors also might inhibit a few things. So it's a good and a bad thing. It's almost a double-edged sword, at least for me in my experience, because mirrors could deter you. However, that's more like in a group setting. However, if you are at home in your own practice, using a mirror is also really good not just to check your form, but also to make eye contact with yourself. At the end of the day, your body, you are your best friend. And it is really important to stare at yourself in the mirror, make eye contact, wink at yourself, say, hey girl, you're doing great. Give yourself pep talks while you're dancing or while you're tweaking any sort of movement that you learned. And that's gonna start to build your own confidence, but also your personality as a dancer. And that is really important too, to start building that if you haven't started that yet. Another one to use that's fantastic is video. Video yourself doing improv, freestyle dancing. When you watch that video again, you're gonna notice your technique, your form. Maybe you surprise yourself with this new combination of movements or positioning of the arms or the hands that you never expected yourself to find on your own body. So video is also a really good way to continue maximizing your dance practice. Building that routine is going to help you retain the skills. It's going to help you develop that muscle memory and stay motivated. The next one, number 3, is engage with your teachers and your classmates. It's another way to maximize your dance practice. Engage with them. Forming those relationships in those classes is going to make a big difference, and it's going to keep it enjoyable. Everyone is different in how they connect. Maybe some people are more shy, maybe some are more extroverted or more open to connecting with people more quickly. Everybody's gonna be different, but don't feel rushed to make new friends. With your teacher, if you have doubts or if you have questions, that's gonna be a great way to approach your teacher and maximize all of the lessons. Even if you seem like it's the weirdest question, it doesn't matter, because again, your teacher has to understand that everybody learns in a different way. If your teacher doesn't understand that, they might not be the right teacher for you, or maybe they have some learning to do as well. We're all human. Even your teachers are not perfect. In the group classes, those are really fun ways to connect with your dance sisters, because it's going to give you a more encouraging environment. Also sharing tips and celebrating the big accomplishments after classes. That's also going to help you maximize your dance practice. Number 4, embracing the challenges. Oh my gosh. What do you mean embracing the challenges maximizes your dance practice? It really does. When we have an open heart and an open mind, and we accept that there is a challenge, we end up growing even faster. It's very rewarding to learn a new skill and then to practice it. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect at anything. There's no such thing. But it does mean that you are going to be experiencing something new and fresh and in a new way. That combination or that new challenge is going to help you feel like you're climbing up that ladder and getting that success and your intentions met. So be patient with yourself. Nurture yourself. Progress does take time. Celebrate those small victories, nailing a shimmy, learning a new move, all of that. Celebrate those small victories, whether it's on your own or with a friend. Maybe video yourself and send it to a friend or a family member and say, I got this move. I got this shimmy. I nailed it. Check it out. This is where I am in my progress. And know that it doesn't matter how many years you have under your hip scarf, there's always room for growth, like anything and everything. View those mistakes as stepping stones, because that means that you're focused on your goals and you're heading towards that success. Approach challenges with curiosity. Try not to get frustrated. If you do get frustrated, do the best that you can to breathe, shake it off. However you release that tension and that anxiety, release it out. Frustration is normal. We're human. We learn things and we get frustrated. But do your best to kind of shake that out and move forward. Number 5, to maximize your dance experience, is to immerse yourself in the culture. Belly dance comes from a beautiful culture. It's a combination of many. It's Middle Eastern, it's North African, it's Mediterranean. There's a lot of places where this art form originated from and has grown and developed from. And if you have a chance to immerse yourself, even if it's going to a festival that your town might have, or if it's going to a restaurant where they might have musicians, live music, singers, maybe there is a famous singer that is coming to your town, go to that concert. Go watch that film. Go immerse yourself in that culture, not as a dancer, as a person, as a human, because then you'll start to learn more about the behaviors, and it'll help you connect more with yourself as well, and how you learn as a person. But it's very beautiful. Belly dance is more than just a movement. It is a rich culture and art form. It also has a huge history. It has a very deep history. And learning about the music, the origins behind the music, the instruments themselves is going to help you understand when you go and move your body and do the certain movements in whatever style you're learning, because there are many different styles in belly dance to learn from. And if you have the budget for it, travel, because that is going to be an experience that is probably going to beat all others within your town. My big tip for immersing yourself in the culture is to be curious, be an observer, have an open heart, have an open mind. Not everything is how it looks on the surface. We're almost done. We got 2 more. The next one is taking care of your body. This is another way to really maximize your dance routine and your dance practice. Your body is that instrument, it's that vehicle. Treat it kindly so that you can continue learning. In a world that is constantly bombarding us with the self-love and the self-care, that base does have its value. That message has its value. It's only when someone near you or you know of somebody that gets injured or gets hurt somehow, you start to question your life, and your body. Don't wait until that moment. Warm up before class, stretch, release your body whenever you feel tension during class or during your dance practice. Learn how to strengthen your body, not just with belly dance, but in other ways, whether it's through other forms of fitness, building that muscle, and strengthening your body from within with nutrients. All of that is really going to help you maximize your dance practice. Everything is going to flow a little easier. When you care for your body, you're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more flexible and more ready to dance. And also in the mind, you're going to be more receptive to learning more and to working your space and networking around with your community. The last one is to stay open and have an open heart and to have fun. Open heart, open mind. Belly dancing, it is a journey. It's not a destination, however corny and cliche that might sound. It is true. There's always something new. This art form is always evolving. There's always going to be new dancers that are going to bring in something fresh, something unique, another way to listen to this song and that instrument, another way to move to this and that. But there's always also going to be that history that we're continuing to uncover, because it is a very elusive history that we have. So as the historians are putting the pieces together in the puzzles, we have the new dancers coming and with different experience and different value, and just stay open and have that open heart and open mind. Remember that growth comes with consistency, with curiosity, and with self-compassion. So at the end of the day, let it transform you and just have fun for the ride. Open heart, open mind at the end of the day. Whether you're a professional or an enthusiast, it doesn't matter. I hope you found this mini-series Belly Dance 101 helpful, and that your belly dance journey is beautiful and sparkly, and that you keep motivated and you keep dancing and learning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, or if you want to see something else, if you want me to do another series on a special topic on belly dance. Feel free to write it in. Happy shimmies, everybody.